Okay, hello everyone, welcome to another free sing lesson. So part 2, we've still got Bobby here and we're just working through a vocal workout for him. So this is a bit more than warming up we're doing today. We're going through his exercises, giving his voice, the 64 muscles that are working mostly in pairs around his voice, a good workout using lots of vocal exercises. And these work very much like ballet bar exercises for a ballet dancer. They stretch, strengthen and help to coordinate your muscles, bones, ligaments so that you can go out and do your art more effectively than you would if you weren't as flexible as you are having done all these exercises. Okay, so let's move on to the next one. This one, a bit of a peculiar sound. It goes like this. Hi, ai, ai, ma. So we're going around ai, 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 ma. And we're looking again at the attack we do in there. We want a well-balanced attack. Hi, ai, ai, ma. Or an aspirant attack would be okay. Hi, ai, ai, ma. To get the voice going, but let's see what you do on there, Bob. A well-balanced attack would be nice. Open wide like yawning. Go. Ai, 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 ma. That's good. Ai, 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 ma. Excellent. Ai, 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 ma. Good. This voice, this exercise is excellent for gathering the voice. So those of you who've come across that term from singing teachers before will understand it. So he's gathering up his voice there, performing the exercise perfectly. It's an excellent example of how to do that exercise. Ai, 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 ma. Good. Ai, 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 ma. Good. When we breathe, we can breathe in through the nose or through the mouth. Now, that gets a little bit of airtime, but it's quite simple. So we'll just quickly run through it. If you breathe through your nose, the nose makes the air warm, wet, and it filters it for your lungs, so it's more healthy. But so those are the advantages. So if you have time, take a deep breath through your nose. The disadvantages, of course, are that it takes quite a bit of time. Just take a deep breath in through your nose. And it makes quite a bit of noise, so that takes quite a bit of time. Open your mouth wide, Bob, and breathe in like you're yawning. Okay, so that's a bit quieter and it's quicker. Okay, so there's the advantage there. But how does your throat feel when you took that deep breath in?
Better because it was open.
Better because it was open. If you do it 3 or 4 times, it can feel, although it feels better because you feel more open, it can feel worse because it starts to dry your throat quite a bit. Yeah. So it's a good idea to take a deep breath through the nose. But I'd like you, before doing this one, to take your slow breath through your nose. Keep your air nice and warm and wet, but then take a tiny 1% breath through your mouth, just like you open up to yawn. So we get the openness of that, but we get the healthiness of the nose breathing. Nose breathing, open, go. Ai, 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 ma. Exactly. Nose breathing, open. Ai, 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 ma. Excellent. Slightly softer on this one. Ai, 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 ma. Good. And we're always looking to be as relaxed as possible around the shoulders. Ai, 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 ma. Perfection. Up the scale. Ai, 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 ma. Good. Now we're moving into the primo passaggio. This is the B natural, and Bobby can start to put it lower on his body and work a little bit harder. Go for it. Ai, 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 ma. Perfect. Now the last ma is pretty tough, so just keep it short for the time being. Just touch it. Ai, 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 ma. Good one. Ai, 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 ma. Aspirant attack on this one. Hi. Hi, ai, ai, ma. Excellent. Aspirant attack here, Bob. H. Ha. Hi, ai, ai, ma. Good. That's the highest note he's done today so far. That's the E flat. And here the male voice starts to change slightly. Hi with an H. Hi, ai, ai, ma. Correct. You feel it changing its placement, don't you? With an H. Hi, ai, ai, ma. Good. What you're doing and everything you're feeling is exactly correct. Can you tell everybody what you are feeling around your body? We do a lot, people concentrate a lot on the sound when they sing. But actually what you feel is almost more important. In fact, is more important.
So I feel the muscles around here, the chest area, tightening, supporting more is the word, and then the diaphragm, I feel the diaphragm moving more and more effort.
Do you feel anything around your neck? Chest area?
Slightly more pressure on the chest and the throat, not squeezing, because I try not to do that from my previous lessons, but I do feel more effort around
all the effort you feel around your body are correct. Some of what you've described is perhaps not, shall we say, technically completely accurate, but the effort that you're feeling around your body is right. So where you said about feeling the diaphragm, it's probably mostly the abdominal muscles and the intercostal muscles is what you can feel as far as the effort goes. The diaphragm works when you breathe in, so as that comes back, but everything you're doing is correct. So whether we know exactly to say this muscle is doing this, that muscle's doing that, this epigastric area is doing this, and use all the technical terms, doesn't matter too much. You feel what you've just done, and what you've just done is absolutely spot on. Let's take it right up to a high G. We'll just go down to a slightly easier one. All aspirant attacks, high E. What are you saying, high? High, ma. Perfection. High, ma. Good. High, ma. Perfection. Think wide. Last one, Bob, for the G. Perfection. Okay, so this is a tough note. It demands quite a lot from the body, and it's the last note that we did there, the top note, is a G, and as he attacks it on the R sound there, it has to be open. We need an open G in our voices, and then the A sound starts to gather and close the voice. But it's the first time Bobby's gone through his secondo passaggio today, so the E, F sharp to the G is the most difficult area in the tenor voice, and as you can see, Bobby's voice is healthy enough and strong enough and flexible enough to negotiate that very difficult area, no problem at all. His voice starts to move from the mixed voice quality starts to become have a lot more head resonance in it, and you probably feel the change on the hard palate. Do you feel that?
I felt the way
it traces and comes into the head instead. So this sound that he's making here is the full male head voice. A lot of people can fuse male head voice with falsetto. So if he was to do that falsetto, that was a different kind of sound where the vocal cords are thin. But here, head voice, chest voice, they're not really the best terms. They're a little bit confusing. Everything is some kind of mix when it comes down to it, mix of head resonance and chest resonance. And this was a very good example of how to mix those notes on this exercise. So if you can do it like Bobby did just there, then you will probably feel that your voice is working very, very well. Anyway, time's up for this video, and we've reached the end of that section, so we're going to have a 2 or 3 minute rest, have a sip of water and a chat, and then we'll be back in part 3 for the next vocal exercise that we do when we're working voices, when we're working Bobby's voice. So I hope you've enjoyed that, and sing along at home, see how you get on with that exercise so you can feel for yourself what Bobby's feeling. Here's a trick: if you're distracted by the sound, and Bobby isn't, so he's quite capable of making that sound without, some people think, oh, that doesn't sound very good, and it inhibits them. So here's a crazy trick: put some earplugs in and try doing the whole lot, and because it sounds like nothing really, it just sounds like a very dull kind of sound, you'll be able to focus on what you're feeling very well. So if you're struggling to feel what's going on around your body because you're distracted by some of the sounds, put some earplugs in, proper earplugs, block out the sound completely, or headphones on, noise cancelling headphones, and go through that exercise exactly as you would otherwise, and see what you feel. Okay. And feel free to comment below with and if there's any questions about what you're feeling, or whether what you're feeling is correct, or about the different attacks, or about this exercise, or about what's actually going on around the body, then please put them in the comments below. And don't have that many subscribers at the moment. I think I'm up to about 135, 130, something like that. So if you comment, it'll be no problem to reply to your comments. Okay, so thanks a lot, Bob, for sharing your exercise there with us, and see you in part 3.